Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, July the 8th. The year's 2022. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up and the real NFP day. For some strange reason, I thought last Friday was NFP. I was mistaken. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the charts here. You can see the pound is still inside the lower wick zone of the previous month. We're 159 pips below the monthly open, 156 off the high and 147 off the low. All the gaps have filled this week. We're 79 pips below the weekly open, 143 off the high, 147 off the low. We have gotten back into the opening range for the month here, but we're below the opening range for the week. And notice we also had left the opening range for the month to the bottom. For the year, we're 1,504 pips below the open, 147 off the yearly low, which was a couple of days ago. Inside bars, we had one 4 days ago, and we had one 2 weeks ago, but we're below those inside bar ranges. For the range, we had 137 pips today. More pairs than not are over 100 pips, with the beast, the pound yen, clocking in, leading with 212 pips. Buy zone proved very interesting. Earlier in the session, you see there was a trigger to the north, then later, right around the time London came in, they took it down, came back up during the NFP here, came above the open, dropped below, came back above the daily open, closed above it again, took it down, couple of closed belows, and now we're pretty much right at the daily open. So they can't seem to decide which way to take price looks. As far as the rats go, we had the green rats feasted, red rats had an opportunity here. Excuse me. Somebody was asking about the Bambino Flex indicator. That's just something that Bambino Flex over on Crestlick.com. He was used the where the pivots are in relation to the previous day's high low to get a direction which way price should go. And the pivot trading plan said near the pivot, go long. First time that was a disaster, but then you can see here it paid off later in the day in the New York session. And the pivots, missed pivots, you can see we took out the daily, we took out the weekly, but we haven't taken out the monthly. Now, I received an email. They wanted to know about the missed pivots. What do these mean? Well, this is the date that the missed pivot occurred. This is the missed pivot price. This is how many pips price is currently above or below that missed pivot, and this is how close it got. How it missed it by 5 pips. So you can see here, it just missed it by 5 pips, but right now it's 193 pips below. And this says how many bars ago was there a missed pivot. So So right here for the pound, it said 2 bars ago there was a missed pivot, but we've taken that pivot out. But this is just looking at the day. And then over here, this is just telling you the open minus the pivot at the date, high minus open, low minus open, and then how much it missed by, and what the fill was. So that's how to interpret this screen. And it's just basically, you can see here, at least with the pound, that there's some of these pivots, there's just not that many missed pivots. So you see we've got a bunch this year for the monthly and for the weekly, but you'd have to go all the way back to 2014. Okay, wick zones. We actually went into the lower wick zone, bounced out, in and out of the upper wick zone, and we're right back in it right now. Okay, and we start to look at the range stats here this week. High minus low 290, so we're in the 41 percentile. So really that not much of a week here. And actually the ATR is 290. We're at 290, so it looks like we're average. We didn't break out at a high, but we did break out at a low by 100 pips. Doesn't look like that's much to write home about. 33 percentile. High minus close 139. Current 151. Close minus low. So once again, the rats get paid off there. High minus open. Buy zone traders open minus low. You can see the shorts paid off on the weekly. Wall mall traders were definitely rewarded on today. I mean, it's just so simple. Here during NFP, you see the 90 went all the way down to 50. That's 40 pips. Turned around from the 2000 up to 30. That's 30 pips. And once, trading a simple horizontal line trade can put pips in your pocket. So, and I know there's still some traders out there that are kind of struggling, but the struggle's really with yourself, not with the market. It's probably more of your mental approach to this. And we talked about losing. You just have to accept that you're probably going to have some losses. It's not about being perfect every time. And the thing is, and under normal circumstances, we can control, the amount we lose. So whether it's a 5 pip stop or a 10 pip stop or $100 stop or whatever, you get to control that. On the other hand, when you're up a couple of pips, do you take it or not? And the thing about it is, see, when you trade, you're going to pick a direction, of course, whether you want to go long or go short. But the big thing is in Forex is your lot size. How many lots do you want to trade? Because, most of those forum traders, they talk about, making 50 pips or 100 pips or more to trade. But the reality check is, how many lots are they putting? Are they the 0.01, a micro lot trader, or are they trading 10 lots, $100 a pip? Because if you're trading 5 or 10 lots, $50 to $100 a pip, 2 pips, that can be some real cash. And you can stack that up. And if you're good at taking 2 pips, um, you can make a lot of money. So even at the Walmart trades, if all you took was 2 pips on these Walmart trades, and you traded, say, for, I don't know, 5 hours, that could be 10 pips. Well, that could be anywhere from 500 to 1,000 a day. So, and if you're making 500 a day and you're trading, every trading day, you're making 6 figures. But the thing is that most traders, they might trade a mini lot, $1 a pip. So, we all have to start somewhere. But the thing is, you need to grow. And if you've got a small account, then you need to grow it. And with these prop firms out there, you give them, $500-600 or $400, whatever it is. And if you can pass the test, then they promise you these bigger accounts. And that might be a way where you can then make enough money and then you can forget the prop traders and trade on your own. Because they all have certain rules. And maybe the rules work for you, maybe they don't. And looking at the lower high, higher low, you can see here we had a 2 ball and a lower high. Price went up, and see once again right here from 14.5 in that M5 candle, there was an opportunity to take 2 or more pips. And so, and I know there's some people out there, and I don't really even worry about them anymore. People talking about, what I do or what I'm not doing, and they want to take shots at me or whatever. I've given up that so long ago. It's not even funny. I don't even care anymore. I really don't. I play my game. I focus on what I do, and what somebody else thinks about me or my methods or my indicators, that's really none of my business. And that's just something that you have to learn. And just learn to make your own decisions and not worry about what other people's opinions are. And so let's look at the accumulated range. You can see we added a few pips, so we're up to 1,872 pips for the year. Range by month. 303, so we've got some room to move, it looks like. Let's see. Close minus open. So we've got a red month. So once again, May was the only month that was green this year so far. So we'll have to see if there's going to be a turnaround. Trying to think, is there anything else? Show the ATR. So for July, it looks like we've got 463. So I think we're definitely under the ATR. So we've still got 100 and some pips to go. We're going to hit that ATR. And let's see. I don't know if there's anything pertinent here that we haven't seen before. So, fellow traders, I hope you've had a profitable day and week and month so far. We'll have some new videos coming out next week. Not sure what we're going to talk about, but if you have your questions, feel free to ask. And just remember, It's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumple.